The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the Toronto Raptors. For the Raptors, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they'd better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourself. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to – that's the only time I could really look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Milwaukee at BMO Harris Bradley Center. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's a one-game reprieve at home for the Bucks, here with their Milwaukee fans, and then back on the road. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And I think for Milwaukee, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
What they've done, they've kept themselves in the playoff picture, though. They haven't been spectacular, but they're still in the race. And we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then. Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, D.A. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. And 2 teams with deep rosters. When you talk about the value of depth over the course of a long and arduous season.
Well, you get a chance to see the great teams that don't have to rely on just their first 7, that really go down all the way to the list of 12, 13, 14 guys. The Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, they have, over the years, played their entire roster and played them in crunch time. And a lot of times, their second unit, they win games for them. And the Cavaliers, that's another team I have to throw in there.
Yeah, they can weather injuries and still move forward.
Yes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Raptors. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Middleton outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. And that one, it didn't happen.
You know, it's not rocket science. When you're cold from the perimeter, you got to pound it inside and at least draw some fouls.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, a big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. 13 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Look at the focus in DeRozan's eyes on that shot. A guy right in his face, but he had no problem finishing it.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Antetokounmpo against Ibaka. Rocked in the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to DeRozan. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Screen by Ibaka. Clock at 6. Here's Valanciunas. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From the baseline. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Beautiful looking shot from Snell. You have to respect his jumper.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
One second left. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by 3. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
Dellavedova with the ball. So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Joseph runs the point with DeRozan on his side. They're the backcourt. C.J. Miles is out there with Anunoby. And it's Nogueira in at the center position. Shot clock at 5. Henson with the screen. That's a 2 from Snell. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Henson. Henson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Bucks. .122 left in the first half of the game. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
Kicks it to Teletovic. 4 on the clock. Snell, that's good. Snell's got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
Pass to DeRozan. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
I mean, he's fearless and close. DeRozan attacks with confidence, overcomes good defense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Wright. Dellavedova kicks to Henson. Out of hand on it. They get it back. Here's Anunoby. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Toronto shooting their first free throws of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. Antetokounmpo. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Bucks ahead. They lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, a big effort from you guys in the first half. How do you keep that momentum going?
Come out with energy, just try to keep pushing the ball and get stops.
We know that's Coach's emphasis, Chris. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Defensively, they did a great job of contesting shots and making things difficult. They faced several attempted runs, and they came up with key stops. It was punch, counterpunch there for a while, and it's close, but the fight is going on.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half his shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
That's it for now, as the second half's just about ready to go.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And Steve, it seems like the league is going more up-tempo, more offense, better flow. What makes the biggest difference to a team, in your opinion, as far as unlocking a great scoring potential?
I think when you have guys that can go up and down and you have 5 guys that understands the game.
Oh!
Yes! Yes!
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. They set the pick. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Feeds to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Takes a shot at the elbow. Good as the jump shot falls. Milwaukee in the lead. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And Maker sends it back. Pass to Brogdon. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share helps them win a lot of games.
And we can talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team. Is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, it's interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
2 shots. Loose shots.
That one is off. And the Raptors looking for a way to break through the East. Smitty, how do they get past the Cavaliers?
I don't know, Kevin. That's the question. As long as LeBron James stands in their way, it won't be easy. DeMar DeRozan said it himself. The key will be finding another star. In today's NBA, you need at least 3 stars to win.
And he's good on the second. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Lowry kicks to Nogueira. Back to Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. DeRozan's got 8 points.
The versatility of DeMar DeRozan can finish with power or finesse in the painted area.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's blocked. With 1 on the clock. Misses there. And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to keep the ball moving, keep throwing and kicking, all right? Get a look at the outlets, make sure again, our bigs, we got to get
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Raptors trail by 4. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Nogueira out there is C.J. Miles, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. It's good, and that's 10 points for DeMar DeRozan.
One of his strong points, DeMar DeRozan, is so dependable when he gets to the mid-range. He knocks those down often.
Henson, a screen on Lowry. Off the screen, and yes, it's good.
Superb pick there that allowed his teammate to get open and get a clean look at the basket.
Raptor shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Here's DeRozan, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. DeRozan's got 4 this quarter.
Look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 4. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Mirza Teletovic. And Tony Snell subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Baca comes in for Norman Powell. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It falls!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Outside DeRozan. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Loaded up with a lot of confidence, DeMar DeRozan can be a big-time performer.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Baca against Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 2. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball, a little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Here's DeRozan. Got it! A huge shot to tie it up.
DeRozan simply rising to the occasion with that huge shot.
Timeout called, the Bucks. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, no good. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now.
Nice clean game, huh?
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. Toronto calls timeout. The score is tied at 23. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Toronto has possession. Powell with the screen. Lowry passes to Powell. Dishes to DeRozan to take the lead. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Guys, what a blast of energy that just sent through this entire building.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 29 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And the Raptors with the ball, trailing by 2. Powell kicks to DeRozan. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Connects!
Nice release from DeMar DeRozan. He can make that shot if he gets a good look.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Snell, the pass to Brogdon. Back to Snell. Here's Antetokounmpo. Ooh, offline. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And so it's Milwaukee now. Brogdon against DeRozan. Brogdon kicks to Snell. Here's Antetokounmpo. Nails it!
Whether it's scoring, passing, or just acting as a decoy, his value to this team cannot be understated.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. There's 48 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game! Outside DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Valanciunas. It's in! A huge shot to tie it up.
Huge bucket there from the big Lithuanian. Valanciunas is stepping up.
Timeout called the Bucks. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Powell. Brogdon with it. Lowry picks him up in the corner. Middleton with it. There's Maker. Places one from 3. And so here's Toronto.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points or you can kiss this baby goodnight.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Count it!
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Raptors. And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 3. 20 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
To the paint, up off the screen. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Misses the tray. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Antetokounmpo, just incredibly talented, a long, lanky, athletic powerhouse of a player.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, stepping up in the clutch. Great way to end this.
Back to Powell. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.